Hi guys, so interesting thing happened. I'm over here at, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? There it is. I'm over here at the neighborhood Walmarts. I go between the neighborhood and the super Walmart just because, oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, on the prowl. Trying to see if I can get her on camera. Oh, you see her walking? Hey, welcome to my channel. So anyways, I go between this Walmart and the neighborhood Walmart just because like I think I'm really quirky. You know, I'll have days where like I feel more social than other days, and today is not one of those like feeling social days. And so I'll come to this one, you know, to the neighborhood Walmart where like I don't talk to anyone. I know like three, not like super personally, but I know four. I know a lot of employees that work right around the afternoon time, and I'm always there in the afternoon time. Unless it's the morning, unless it's the summer, then I go in the morning. And even then, there's still some of them that start their shift right when I'm coming in the morning during the summertime. And so I go there so often that I see them all the time. Actually, I know quite a bit of them. Like, I know a couple of the produce people. I know a couple of the stalkers. I know the, she's not deli, she's bakery. She tried hiring me a couple times. She was like, come on, girl, 1 to 10. Like, and I was like, I can't do 1 to 10. Like, and, you know, and I don't. Not that I don't want, I don't know, it's not that I don't want to. It's just like, I can't do 1 to 10, I got kids, you know. And then she was like, all right, I'll do you, I'll let you come in 9 to 3, or 9 to 4, was that, I can't, one of those. And I was like, I'm like, you know, I could probably do that time, but I don't know if I want to do the bakery, you know. But like, I am considering going back to work. I think that maybe I should talk about that another time. But I'm considering going back to work. The resume is stumping me hard though, you guys. Like, I do not know how to put me on paper. And I don't know how, I don't know if this is something I need to like learn within myself, like confidence to say, yes, I am blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of like, hey, let's just chat for an hour and you can figure out who I am. I don't want to have to put myself down on paper. I don't know. I guess I feel like paper doesn't say, like, paper can say if you're organized, if you have good management skills, if you, you know, are prompt and you can complete tasks well and all that stuff. Like, yeah, but like, I feel like paper does not give the like whole essence of the person. And so I feel like I'm a colorful person that I am trying to fit in a black and white. Like, I'm trying to fit on black and white, and you know, because I feel like on paper it's informative but sterile, and I feel like anyway, where am I going at? Oh yeah, so I go to this one on days where I don't feel like being super social with all the people at the supermarket. Just like, I'm like so ambivert. I think that's, I don't know, maybe ambivert. I don't know how you pronounce it. I am extroverted and introverted. It just depends on my days. And today's just one of those days where I'm like, I only got to get a few things. I don't want to fight through the crowds at the supermarket, at the super Walmart. I used to not go to like Walmart hardly at all. I used to just go to Target, but like since Walmart started doing they started making some changes, some renovations at their buildings, and they have this Walmart app now, which is like totally killer, that I've like come back. And so like, it's been a love-hate relationship, but I've been learning to love Walmart. So, I used to hate it when people said anywho, and I totally just said it. Anyways, I thought that solicitors were not allowed on Walmart parking lots. And I know they were anyway. Like, I know they would do it anyway. I can't tell you how many times I got hit up for who knows what not, you know, whatever, you know, in a Walmart parking lot, you know, here, donate to this, you know, or whatever. I don't know. But this gal was inside Walmart. So she comes up to me, all cute. She's a super cute girl. And she's got like 4 or 5 little like cutesy little bags, and she comes up to me and she hands me one of the bags. And I was just like, cool. Like, I should have just walked off right there with all the products that were in this bag. And she goes, you like makeup, right? And I'm sitting here like, no, I hate makeup. Like, no, I didn't say that, but I'm like, look at me. Of course I like makeup. I'm probably wearing more makeup than like all the ladies combined here at Walmart. So, especially since I'm trying to figure out my eyebrows, you guys, like the struggle is so freaking real right now. I'm trying to figure out how to work my eyebrows. I'm trying a new look. I am not 100% loving it. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm like, I hate it. My face is not symmetrical. Everyone's like, oh, get microblading, get tattoos. And I'm like, no, because what's going to happen is the person who's doing the tattooing or the microblading is going to make it perfect and perfectly symmetrical, but it won't be symmetrical to my face. So it will like really look bad on my face. So I have to make my eyebrows symmetrical to how not symmetrical my face is. Does that make any sense? So and so that's my huge holdup is I trust the people that can do those things, but I do not trust that they know how to make it work with my face. For like, I could go on with the flaws on my face, and everyone used to say, oh, you have such porcelain skin and such you have such symmetry and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, that's all makeup tricks. It's an attempt to make myself look like my face is symmetrical. So my eyebrows are like, forgive me if you think they are wild, because I think they are wild. They are pushing past my comfort zone quite a bit. But anyways, I'm trying to find a true blue way to do my eyebrows. I've done eyebrow stencils. I don't know, I'm thinking about trying them again. Anyways. So this gal comes up to me and she hands me the bag and she was like, so you like makeup, right? And I'm like, of course I like makeup. I was like, yeah, of course I like makeup. And she's like, well, so she had this little like doohickey thing in her hand. And she was like, look, here, like she hits a button and pops out like 2 different colored blushes, both of which were like, not my colors at all, like ridiculously bright. And then she was like, and look, here are your eyeshadows. And it pulled out like a little set of 4. She's like, here's morning and here's evening. And I think under that was like lip colors. It's like little drawer things that come out with the morning look, the evening look. And she's like, and here's where you put your, like, and here's a pencil sharpener. I didn't see where she put the pencil. She went through it so fast. Like, she was just like, look at this cool little doohickey. It's like all in one, makeup kit. And I was like, cool, like, I'm not impressed with a lot of things. Like, I guess, like, it takes a lot to impress me. And so I was like, all right, cool, this is mine. Like, I have it in my hands now. And so I thought maybe she was just like, this is a promotional item that we're giving out. And if you like it, please write a review online on this website, or share it with your friends and tell your friends about it. Like, I thought maybe, like, I kind of hit a little bit of the jackpot, But of course, if it looks too good to be true, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. So she was like, this retails for $80. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but special promotion is I'll give it to you for $20 and you can keep the rest of the stuff that's in the bag. And I was like, no thanks. And she just takes it out of my hand and goes, okay, fine, thank you. And walks away. And I'm like, you totally just solicited here inside Walmart. Part of me wants to be the mean girl and go up to like management and be like, do you know that there's somebody soliciting inside Walmart? Like, did you clear that somebody's trying to sell makeup inside Walmart? But I'm like, whatever, I'll let it go. I wanted to tell you guys a story. I just don't know if I have enough time. Maybe I got a little bit of time. Okay. My daughter started reading the Harry Potter books again. I have all 7 books, and my daughter loves Harry Potter, and her girlfriend are all about Harry Potter. So my daughter has read the books, and now she's rereading them, and she's reading the first book. And now the first 4 books I have are paperback, because I didn't get into Harry Potter until I believe it was I think it was like 2002. Maybe the beginning of 2003. And like, I bought the first 4, read them, loved them. And then it was like a waiting game until the 5th book came out, which was June. It was a Saturday in June 2003. I think it was June 21st. I could be wrong on that one, and I'm too lazy to like look it up to make sure. And I had been anticipating this day for a while, because those who love Harry Potter, do you remember the waiting game it was to wait for those stupid books, those wonderfully awesome, incredible books? But like the wait was stupid, right? Like we hated waiting. We hated waiting. At least me and my siblings, we hated waiting. My daughter's so lucky. She could just pick up the other book, right? We had to wait 2 years for that stuff. And I remember the book was going to be sold for, I believe it was $19.99 or $19.95, at least at the Walmart that we were at. And let's see, in 2003, where was I at 2003? I was, okay, so this is at the same, this is at college. Like, this is the same area that I was at when I went to college. So it was a Saturday. I got up and I went straight over to Walmart to get the 5th Harry Potter book. Been waiting a long time for this. Not really a long time, because, you know, I knew I had been waiting as long as those who had started the Harry Potter book, or started reading the Harry Potter books when the first one came out. So I get there and all the Harry Potter books are gone. And I was like, crap. And I'm like freaking out, because I'm like, where can I go get another Harry Potter book? Because if this is sold out, it's sold out everywhere else. And I don't want to order it online because I want it today. Like, I really want this book today. Like, my life depended on getting it today. And I didn't know where else to get it. Like, I think sometimes grocery stores will have like a little kiosk of the books, but I didn't want to, like, I just was really hoping it was there at Walmart. So I pulled aside one of the workers at Walmart and I was like, hey, are there any more Harry Potter books, like in the back somewhere? And she goes, actually, I have one. She said, I gathered like 3 or 4 or something like that for my family that I was going to buy, but I was just informed that one of them doesn't need a book after all. I'll give it to you. And I was like, bonus. Okay, good. So the lady goes to wherever it was she had her books, comes back and gives me the book, just as this little like 8-year-old girl and her mom walk up to see that the shelves are empty and I'm getting the last Harry Potter book. And I think they said something like, are there any more Harry Potter books? And the lady said, oh, that's the last one. The one that, sorry, I'm trying to adjust my hand. The one that I have is the last one. And I was like, bonus, I'm out of here. Like, I'm going to go home and I'm going to read this. But I had to grab like something like, I think I had to grab 1 or 2 little items. I can't remember if it was like grocery stuff or if it was like socks or something like that. It doesn't matter. So I go getting my other couple little items and I noticed the little 8-year-old girl was following me around, and I kind of look over and I was like, maybe it's coincidental. The whole time her mom wasn't with her. That was what was weird too. Like, her mom was there and then her mom wasn't there. So this little girl was like following me all like around as I was getting my stuff. And I decided to like play a trick. Like, is she really following me around, or is it just like whatever? So I think I like went into like the women's section of clothing. Maybe that's why I'm confusing it as me getting socks or something. Because I went in like the women's section of clothing where she doesn't need to be, you know. And I pretend like I'm going through the shirts, like, and I look, and sure enough, she kind of pops up and she's watching me. And I'm like, dang it, this girl wants that book. And I'm like, but like, you snooze, you lose, right? Like, in my mind, like, I've been wanting this book for a while, and I'm like, but this is my book. Like, I got it. Like, I almost didn't get it, and now I have it, and I don't want to give it away. And, you know, so she follows me around a little bit more, and I'm in my mind, like, justifying why I should be able to bring this book home. Finally, I go to like the speedy checkout lane, which was right in front of the women's clothing section. And I had 2 people in front of me, and I was standing in line. And the whole time the little girl was standing next to the clothes rack, just like staring at me. And I sat there and I was like, no, I'm justified in this. I really want this book. I want this book so bad. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and then I thought about it, and I got this thought that was like, when you were 8 years old and you really, really wanted something, remember how that felt? Like how it was like all encompassing, and it was like everything you wanted. It was like your whole world at that moment, right? And I'm like, and I knew this girl had to have been waiting as long as I have, if not longer. She probably had been waiting for it longer than I have. And I look back over and she's still standing there staring at me. And by this time I had only one person in front of me in the checkout line. And I could like feel it, you know, your heart's racing and stuff, and you know you need to do the right thing, right? Your heart races and you're like, okay, fine. So I step out of line. I walk up to her and I kind of crouch down and I said, do you want this book? And she looked at me with like big eyes and she like nodded her head. I don't think she even said anything. And like, you know, it took all of me, and I just handed it over to her and I said, here you go, honey. And she might have said thank you, I don't remember, and she just ran off. And I remember thinking, like, pointing up to the sky and going, dude, I better be blessed for this one, because that was a sacrifice. Which, looking back, it was just a book. But for me, at that time, I really wanted that book, and I've been looking forward to it, counting down the days. I had the day off from work. It was like a big deal, you know. And I came home, and I don't remember how I felt after I came home, but I think I felt like a little sense of defeat, like, oh, man, I don't get to read it. But sure enough, I want to say it was November? When was it exactly? A few months later, my husband and I went to the thrift store just to look around. And we go up to the register, and right under the register was the 5th Harry Potter book. And I turned to the gal behind the register and was like, oh my gosh, how much are you selling that for? And she pulled it out and she kind of like looked at it, and it was marked twice with a sticker, and she was like, oh, it's $6. And I was like, can I get it? She was like, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't even know why it's back here. There's probably an employee that put it back there to keep for themselves, but nope, it's mine now. So I bought it for $6 just a few months later. Finished the book, and then had to wait another like year and a half until the next book came out. But that was my story about me giving up the very last book at Walmart, the very last Harry Potter book at Walmart for that little 8-year-old girl. So that is it. I don't have anything else to talk about right now. I always have stories. And like, I always have something to talk about and something to say. I always have stories. So maybe I'll think up something else. But for now, that is it. And I hope you guys are doing well. Catch you later. Bye.